right, gentlemen, rolling.
Victor, how do you feel like you handled especially the difficult conditions early to shoot 400 today?
Yeah, it was good. It's a lot easier to handle these conditions when I feel like I'm hitting the ball well. Driving it really well again today and setting myself up for a lot of good looks. My irons weren't quite as sharp. I had a tough time kind of gauging the distances, but I hit a lot of greens and was able to make some easy birdies.
We've talked about your swing for the last couple months. Obviously, you said you weren't real happy with it and how you were hitting the ball. What's been the biggest change for you in your swing that's gotten you back to where you kind of feel like you're hitting the shots you want to see?
Yeah, I mean, to kind of keep it short, it's basically trying to feel like I'm getting more extension in my golf swing. Like I was getting really crowded and my head was moving a little bit too far forward, and it was just, not really lending to good golf shots. So right now it's just kind of going back to feeling like I'm staying back a little bit more and extending. And right now I'm really seeing those kind of cut shots come back and a lot of good, consistent shots.
When you see conditions like today, do you kind of feel like maybe not an advantage, but you grew up in Norway and Stillwater, Oklahoma can get a little bit chilly and windy as well. Do you feel like you maybe sometimes have a little bit of an advantage playing these type of conditions?
Yeah, I mean, I spent the last 2 weeks in Oklahoma, and we had some really cold weather. I mean, we were playing golf in 30-degree weather, and it was windy, so you got to put on a bunch of layers. And if you can hit it well with a bunch of layers on and know where the ball is going, I think that's good practice for when you play in tournaments when you get similar conditions. The Norwegian tie, we like when it gets really cold, we don't even play. We just sit inside. So it's a little bit different, but it helps to hit the ball well, and that's the number one thing.
Lastly, from me, Pebble Beach tomorrow. What do you feel like you have to do well around Pebble to hopefully continue the ascent of the leaderboard?
Yeah, I just got to keep hitting it like I have been. Hopefully, try to get the ball a little bit closer, and I need to start to see some putts go in. I haven't made a whole lot, and the greens, especially here at Monterey, they got a little bouncy towards the end there. So just got to know that, but it'd be nice to roll in a few.
You got to be one of the few who prepared for this by playing in 30 degrees with wind.
I would like to think so. Yeah.
But do you feel like that really sharpens your game? I mean, that's an unusual way to.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's ideal, right. But if the choice is between not playing and going out there and play, I think it's pretty cool to, if you can go out there and shoot a good score and it's really tough. I think that should give you more confidence as opposed to playing a course in its perfect weather and no wind. Right. It's like, okay, I shot a good score, but I kind of faked it around there.
Right.
Whereas when the weather's like that, you gotta stripe it.
Right. My apologies for not looking this up. It feels like you haven't been played in this event much.
No.
What brought you here? And I mean, it's obviously very different than a lot of tour events. What's the experience been like?
It's been a lot of fun. I played here 3 years ago, so in 2020. Can't believe it's gone by that quick, but it has. And I'm excited to come back because these courses are so much fun to play, even though the weather can get a little dicey. But I wasn't going to play this week. I was thinking about playing Torrey last week, but last minute I just didn't quite feel like my game was quite there. So I just added this one instead.
Pebble much different in February than it was when you were here for the amateur, I'm sure.
Yeah, a little bit different. It's a little softer and not quite as thick rough, but sure. It's still Pebble.
Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.